Welcome to the Nutrition Mission Podcast.
This is where we're going to share information about nutrition and have insights into your own personal needs, as well as product information, as well as other information. You've got to be part of this nutrition mission.
This is the official Clark's Nutrition and Natural Foods Market podcast. And we've been helping people live better lives since 1972. We're on a nutrition mission. Join us.
All right, this is Starkie Sowers. Welcome again to another Nutrition Mission episode. And today we're going to be talking about exercise, which I think it's critical. If you're not exercising, I feel like you're just not doing what you need to do to make yourself that much better. So I've got Jessica Q with me.
Yes, hey everyone. How's it going? I'm excited. This is my first episode on with you, so very exciting.
I know, so cool, right?
Yeah.
So cool, like little pink headphones there.
Yeah.
Right? It's the girl look, looking good. I like it. So I want to talk about exercise because I feel like it's like one of the most critical things that we can do, right?
Very
so
true.
Think about
I
this.
agree.
We get a bag of bones, right? That's where we got our arms and our legs and all this stuff, and then we have these muscles around them, and it moves our body wherever we go. Because like without the bones, then we'd just be a big blob. Remember the movie The Blob?
Yeah, The Blob.
So I was like a kid when I saw The Blob, it's going to come eat you, stuff like that. So, we'd just be like nothing but a bag of blob, right? So we got bones, you got muscle, and we're designed to move. And so what's weird is like, we have a tendency to like, I don't know what we do. We have a tendency to forget common sense, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, we're given this body, we're supposed to, and we never get a manual with our bodies, do we?
No. And
it's like, okay, you're born, Jessica, here's your manual, here's what you're supposed to eat, here's what you're supposed to do, exercise, stuff
you kind of
like
have to find out for yourself what's right for you, because everybody's different too. Everybody has like different types of body, just body types or the way that our bodies work.
Yeah, and this being like the January moment, we talked about weight loss and a few other different things and stuff like that. And so I'm going to ask you a lot of questions.
Okay, I'll be ready.
All right. So first of all, let's talk about some of the benefits of healthy exercising, right? So when I say healthy exercise, I think of a couple of things, right? So there used to be this book, it was called Bigger, Faster, Stronger. And so it's kind of like in the 80s, and all these guys were like doing cool stuff and trying to get bigger, faster, stronger. Of course, I'm one of those guys, right? So one of the things that they did is they did what they call death blows.
What is that?
So death blows is like where you're on like a tabletop. Okay, and you jump off the tabletop and you, boom, hit the ground.
Okay.
Okay, so it helps you to increase your vertical jump.
Okay.
All right? So the guy who wrote the book, his name was Stefan. It was like a total stud. He was like 6'2", 250 pounds or something like that. He could literally, from a stand, jump and click his ear to the top of the basketball rim.
Oh, wow.
Kind of had an incredible vertical jump. And so he attributed a lot of it to his death blows, okay?
Okay.
And so he actually jumped 16 feet every day off the bleachers at his school where he worked. 16 feet to the ground, he would jump and boom, do a death blow.
Wow.
I like to see his knees now. So when I talk about healthy exercise, do
it right.
Exercise. Let's do it right, okay?
Yeah.
Obviously, sometimes for sport specific, gets a little crazy. We won't be doing death blows today.
Okay.
All right.
I'm glad. Okay.
All right. So let me so when we think of healthy exercise, do you tell me like what you think of when you think of healthy exercise? What's it going to do for you?
Yeah. Well, okay. So I want to give you like a quick background on like my exercise. So the day I turned 18, I went straight to a gym and I got a membership, because you have to be 18 to get a membership. And that was the first thing I did that morning when I woke up at 18, because I knew that was something that I wanted to do in my life. Do you remember the Mickey Mouse Club? So it was like, it was really old school.
Yeah.
They used to have exercise, mastercise, like at 5 a.m. I used to wake up at like 13, 14 years old and do that. Like, I enjoyed it.
This is like for you, that was huge, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a big thing.
Yeah, I could not wait to turn 18 and every day, I wake up every morning, I go to the gym, or I go hiking, or I go for a run around my block, but I try to do something at least 5 times a week. It's really important.
Yeah, so it's it's literally part of your daily activity.
Yes.
It's part of your whole week kind of focuses around you doing stuff.
It really does. When I started my own business, that was one of the ideas, that now I'll be able to work out whenever I want. And if I need to stay an extra hour because I didn't feel that cardio routine was enough, I could stay longer.
So that's huge. That's a big commitment. So let me ask you this, just thinking out loud, right? So on the days you don't work out, okay, just think about this. The days you don't work out, okay? Are you as productive at work as the days that you do work out?
You know, I'm just a productive person. I can't not do anything, but yes, the days that I don't work out, it's, mentally, like a mental fog kind of, like, know, comes up and yeah, it's different. It's not only like a physical thing. I feel like it's a mental, thing as well when it comes to exercise. Yeah, so like one of the benefits obviously is staying in shape, right? Which is really critical. We know a couple of things. People that exercise usually have a better waist-hip ratio. Okay, so their waists are smaller, their hips are larger. Okay, why is that good? So that's good for prevention of diabetes. It's also good for prevention of what we call metabolic syndrome, which is, heart disease and things of that nature. The other thing that is beneficial as well, too, is exactly what you're experiencing, which is better mental acuity. Okay? So cool stuff. I feel that, yes, absolutely.
All right, so then what's interesting, you talked about that mental fog, and so a lot of times that mental fog, of course, is lack of circulation to the brain and maybe bad metabolism, stuff like that. So you know how you get up every day and you like make breakfast and do stuff and everything like that, and then you take the trash out? So when you take the trash out, why don't you just leave the trash on the counter?
Because you want it to be nice and clean and ready.
No, let's get over the cleanliness. Why don't you just be lazy and leave it on the counter? What's going to happen in 3 or 4 days?
Oh, well, it's going to rot. It's going to get smelly, attract flies. It's just like, no good.
It's like the garbage system, right? So your body has a lymphatic system. And so your lymphatic system is 2 to 3 times the length of your vascular system. So for your vascular system, you actually have a heart that pumps blood, right? So you really don't have to think about it. You just wake up and it's pumping. It pumped all night long, did what it was supposed to do. You don't wait, you don't close your eyes and go, okay, heart, get going, dude. It's just automatic, right?
Yeah.
Well, the lymphatic system is different. It doesn't have a pump. So, and the lymphatic system is what takes the garbage out.
Okay.
So when you exercise, what happens is it causes the body to move the garbage out of its body, out of the cells, detoxify the cells, get it to the organs so the organs can move them out and get rid of the toxins and garbage that's been piling up. It's like taking the trash out and getting the table clean.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the other thing about the lymphatic system, it's part of the immune system. And so when the immune system's overworked, then guess what? It's hard to stay healthier.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're more likely to get sick. So
more likely to get sick. So all these little cool things that are sitting in the middle of it, and exercise becomes critical. All right. So you're a junkie. You're a total exercise junkie. You're done. You're mentally deranged like myself. Right? So, when we were kids growing up, I talk about my dad's gym, a couple blocks away from Clark's Nutrition. I used to go to Clark's Nutrition, get the supplements all the time. And of course, then now I've worked there for 41 years, so I go to the store every day and get my supplements and things to help to support the exercise and things that I do. Exercise being one of the number one things that I would do. So that said, one of the things that's interesting is when I was a kid, we went to gyms all the time at a young age. In fact, I used to cut school to go to Gold's Gym all the time.
Nice.
So I would just call my mom up and say, we're ditching. Me and my brother take off and we go to Gold's Gym. We're like 16, 17 years old. We go work out with the guys all day long. And we come home, my mom would go, what about homework? We're good, And so ultimately it was like a fun moment. All right, so let me ask you this. When you started, you went to the gym, but as a kid, you probably played sport or did different things. Mickey Mouse Club was big for you.
Yeah, the Mouser size. Okay, so this is kind of funny, but I used to watch a lot of infomercials. I would travel all over the world, and the only English thing that I could find on TV was infomercials. And back in the day, there was the Suzanne Summers, remember, or the Jane Fonda videos, or what was it, the Thigh Master? Is that Suzanne Summers or something? Yeah. So there was all these things that I would watch, these infomercials when I was traveling the world with my parents. And so when I would get home, I'd be like, oh, I want that ab machine.
That ab cruncher. And I want abs. I want abs.
I want thighs like that. So it kind of started with that. When I was like 5, 6, I would watch that.
So obviously you're a spokesperson for us at Clark's. You do live Instagram and Facebook Live for us all the time and things of that nature. But have you met Suzanne Summers? She's an icon in our store.
Oh my gosh, no, I haven't met her yet.
What's up with that?
I know. I need to meet her. I need to do a live with her, I think.
Yeah. So one thing I know about this, any ditzy blonde is usually really smart.
Yeah.
And she's freaking genius.
Yeah,
man.
she is.
She's so awesome, right?
Yeah. And I always think of her from Three's Company.
Yeah.
The show is awesome.
Yeah. I know. It's like one of the icons forever.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this. So you go to the gym, and so before that you're doing the Mickey Mouse Club, you're doing the Thigh Master, you're doing all these other things that you get your hands on. Yeah. So I want to ask you this, okay? So what was the core drive? Why did you want to exercise so much?
Well, I always wanted to look good.
Yeah.
Initially, it was kind of like, oh, I want to look good. I want to have a nice body.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
But it changed. It changed after the first year of me having my gym membership, and that's when I realized, oh, it's not just like a physical thing. It's not just like, oh, my arms are going to be nice and toned, and my legs and whatever. I'm going to have a flat stomach with a six-pack. Yeah. But it became more of, oh wow, when I, no matter what happens, that day, because in the morning I went to the gym. It's like you let out all your frustration from the day before, and now you have a clear, clean,
clean slate. I think better. Things I feel better. Emotions, I can handle stress better. Yeah. Things of that nature.
Yeah. So then it eventually turned into a full 360, a little bit of everything. There's a reason why. So many reasons why I exercise.
So let me paint this crazy picture just so you get it. Back in the day, so my dad had the gym. Back in those days, they used to be open from 8 in the morning to 9 at night. So which was insane. We used to get there 5 in the morning with all our buddies and stuff like that and work out before the gym opened. So anyways, so one time this lady calls my dad, and so the other thing I should repaint this picture. Sorry, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday was Women's Day only. Okay. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday was Men's Day. Right? Oh. And so this lady calls my dad one Saturday night, and she goes, you know what? She goes, I don't know what you're doing over there, but I don't think you're a legitimate guy, and all this other stuff. My dad said, what? She goes, yeah, my husband goes there, and he's a lawyer in town, and he's always stressed out, and he goes there 3 nights a week, and he comes home and he's happy. And she goes, what are you doing over there? And so my dad's like, well, ma'am, we're just working out, And I could probably paint it a little bit further than that, but I think you get the idea,
yes,
right?
I do.
All right, so anyways, so my dad says, ma'am, I realize it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday women's thing, men's thing, we're working to make the club integrated. That's going to come in a year or so. But for now, you're welcome to come to the gym anytime and see your husband. Anytime you want to, you're welcome to do that. Come in the gym and hang out and, but you can't use the amenities because there's only one set of amenities. And during Men's Day, men's got to be back there and, that's it. Yeah. So anyways, so I never got this story. Okay, and so I worked for my dad afternoons after 3 o'clock, and then on Saturday I worked for him all day. I was still going to high school at the time, right? And so anyways, I'm sitting there one Saturday night, and John, this guy's over there working out, we're chatting it up, and there's 10 guys in the gym, and everyone's having fun. It's a Saturday night, right? And this lady walks in, was kind of not abnormal. We're downtown Riverside, Lake Alice, which of course, the bars and all that stuff. Yeah. And so anyways, this lady comes in, she goes, yeah, and she's looking at me like, and I realize now I didn't get this story until probably 5 years ago. So I'm 61, right? My dad tells the story. I'm like, crap, that was that. I remember the incident. The lady looked at me going, what are you doing here? Oh my God, you're like a kid. And I'm like, and so I go, ma'am, can I help you with anything? And she's like, she looked at me and she's like, she didn't ask me how old I was, but so anyways, and she says, yeah, I came to see my husband. And I go, oh yeah, who's your husband, John? I go, yeah, go ahead, you can go see him. She goes, I can walk down there? I go, yeah, go ahead. And so anyway, so she
definitely thought there was more going on.
And so she goes down there, and he gets all excited. Hey, babe, what's up? Let me show you what I do, and all this stuff. And oh my God, I can't believe you're here, and all this stuff like that. And so they walk out together and stuff like that. So the lady calls my dad Monday morning because my dad would work all the days, and she goes, okay, I can't get it, but all right, you're legitimate. So my dad says, yeah. And she goes, well, what's the deal? Why does this happen? Why does he come home happy? And my dad's like, well, look, you have all sorts of stress hormones that you build up. You work out, you break those things down, your body processes it, you feel better, you think better, you're clear, you sleep better, you're more relaxed. And he goes, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to give you a month free membership. Why don't you come work out and see how you feel? So she shows up, she starts doing the workout. At the end of the week, she goes, let me sign up. I got it.
Nice.
So, know, so I mean that's like a crazy story, right? But yeah, it's kind of like a
it's
fun
a funny.
moment.
It's funny. It's a good story.
Funny.
I like that. I'm gonna have to tell that story.
It's a great story. So that said, one of the things that we have to do is we look at the fact of like, you know, there's benefits, right? So let's talk about the different types of exercise, right? And then what we're going to do is like try to get the audience kind of excited about doing something, right? So, and I've got an idea on that as well too. All right, so what types of exercise do you do now currently?
Well, I do cardio.
Right.
So, you know, a treadmill, stairs. I do weight training.
Okay.
And you know, at the gym they've got so many different options. So from like upper body, lower body, ab machines, all that stuff.
All the cool stuff.
And then I do take like dance classes.
Right.
I do yoga.
Right.
I do Pilates.
Oh my God, you're a junkie. That's awesome. All right. So, but let's think of this. All right. So let me ask you this. So you do cardio. Why do you do cardio?
Well, I feel like when I do cardio, it's where like I get the circulation, like I get the blood flowing, I start sweating, and I breathe harder, and I feel like I get a lot of oxygen too. That's another thing that I realized.
Oxygen to the head.
And like, you know, when you work out hard, you're breathing hard, and I feel like that's like the time that I get the most oxygen, and I feel really
Makes
good.
it happen.
And I feel like oxygen is, you could tell me if I'm right or wrong, but oxygen's good for like youthfulness too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
I mean, check it out. Our brains run on oxygen and glucose, right?
Yeah.
No oxygen. Guess what happens?
You die.
Yeah, right? It's a bad day, right? Jump in the water and don't breathe. Check that one out for a while. Did that one time, got pounded down by a 20-foot wave, right?
Oh, no.
Got just sucked in and re-sucked in, and all I could think of was like, relax, man, because somehow I'm going to float to the top, eventually get some air, right? Okay. Yeah, all right. So that's it, all right. So then why do you weight train?
Weight train. So that's for like the toning, to have that, you know, like, well, there's a couple different reasons. One is because the way that I feel like it makes you look like you get toned and you have definition, right? But then I was
changes your physique,
it changes your physique. That's a good, another reason is I was told that when you weight train, it also helps you burn fat faster.
That is legitimate. It's like having a 4-cylinder car, has incredible gas mileage. You start weight training, you add more muscle, lose more fat, and guess what? You go from a 4-cylinder car to an 8-cylinder car, and guess what your body's doing?
You're burning more gas or burning more energy, calories.
All day long. All day long. It's just happening. Yeah, absolutely. That's why the benefits of it are incredible. All right, so let's talk sport. Did you ever play any sport?
I've kind of like dabbled with like friends, or like I did like softball.
Yeah, right.
I played a little bit of soccer when I was younger. I was really big into basketball with the cousins. All my cousins are guy cousins. So I used to just get on the court with all the guys. Like I didn't care. Like, get out of my way. I'm going to win.
I do running. I do walking. I love to walk, believe it or not. And so that's going to be one of the challenges that we're going to throw out. So, and I obviously lift weights like crazy, right? And then I play basketball probably 2 or 3 times a week. I'm an addicted basketball junkie, street ball junkie, right?
Nice.
So anyways, that said, one of the things that happens is sport activity really increases hand-eye coordination. A little bit better than anything else, and also explosive speed. So each type of exercise has some incredible benefits. So my challenge to anybody that's not working out is they need to work out. So should they go play basketball? Probably not, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe like walking, right, is a good place to start.
And that's where you want to start, you know? And like 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, getting out, just getting active, being part about it. And it's easy to do. You can do it on a lunch break. You could do it like on the after work. You know, if you have a dog, take the dog for a walk, or walk around the block. And walking's amazing. I think it's one of the best grounding things you could do. And the other thing is really good for internal circulation. It's good for digestion. It's good for relaxation. So the challenge for the listeners today is like, if you're not exercising, start exercising by just walking like 10 minutes a day, and do it for a month.
And that's simple. That's so simple. Yes, you can do it. We believe you guys can do it.
So I had a lady come in one time. She's in a wheelchair, and she couldn't walk or do anything. So she says to me, "What can I do?" And so I'm like going, "Well, what you could do is, you know, maybe push your wheelchair a little bit more around the block, or whatever the case might be." And whatever you can do. So here's my thought that I told her. I said, if you blink your eyes 100 times today, let's do 101 tomorrow. So we make whatever little tweaks that we can make, right?
Yeah.
Maybe weightlifting or whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
Right. So benefits, how to start, how you feel. I think exercise This is the first of the year, man, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Beginning of the new year.
If they say it takes 7 days to break a bad habit, 30 days to make a new habit. So if we can get folks to literally just start hitting it for like 10 minutes a day, that'd be awesome. And then, connect with us and tell us what's going on.
Yes, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, please, and let us know.
Let us know some of the success stories that are out there that are happening.
Yeah,
right?
Yes,
cool.
That'd be awesome.
Well, Jessica, thanks for being on. Appreciate it.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
helping us create the mission.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right.
I love it. Yes, thank you. I'm so excited. This is going to be awesome. So,
Good stuff.
Well, thank you guys.
All right.
Thank you guys for joining us today on our Mission Nutrition podcast, the official Clark's Nutrition and Natural Foods Market podcast. We've got another exciting episode for you next week, so be sure to review, subscribe, follow us, and stay connected.
Absolutely. Be part of it. We've got so much we're going to share with you. It's going to be an amazing ride.
We'll see you next time.